Well, it is a beautiful Sunday morning here in the Peach State. Little League Southeast Park is the place to be for this elimination game between Alabama and Georgia. As Alabama enters the facility, Georgia right behind it. A SEC football rivalry. We're talking baseball this morning, however.
Let's go, Alabama! Roll Tide!
But there will be conversations about clouds and everything else, as you would imagine. Waved on and miss. Throw down to first in time. First strikeout for Sams. No Sylvie retired. That'll bring up Mason Reeves.
Sams with a nice breaking ball down and
pop straight up in the air. And on the right side of the infield, Francis corrals it for out number 2. A good start for Sams. Reeves retired, and that'll bring up Drew Tucker, third baseman. As an infielder, if you will. Off speed and down the first base line. That will stay fair, and you mentioned a quick frame. Tucker is retired as 7-pitch first inning. Georgia coming up to bat. We are scoreless here in Warner Robins.
Unless it's the reverse.
I was going to say more
Dad
times
might be a
than
Red
not.
Sox fan.
Yeah, you would go Yankees. You would go Pinstripes. Line down to center, and Reeves had it played perfectly for out. I see what you did there.
All right.
Is that the kind of material you're bringing all week?
All week.
Andrew, deep center field, and that's going to hop over the wall. Ground rule double. And the first hit of the game belongs to Andrew Smart with one away. Georgia with a runner in scoring position here in Florida in the winners bracket. That game later today, 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Fly ball deep left field, and that one is gone. Well, it's 225 to clear that fence around the yard, and that one a no-doubt blast off the bat of Cole Clark. And just like that, Greg, it's 2-0.
These Georgia boys have been swinging it all week. And that ball was blistered, and no doubt, and Cole knew it right off the bat. Stands here, gives it a little bit of a look, and he's off and running. You got to look at it a little bit. I'm just not too long.
Have to.
Not too long.
Right.
But that was just.
Be careful. You know that anything delivered over the heart's got a chance to exit.
Well, you're just hoping he's going to expand the zone and try to do some damage with something that he can't hit.
Couldn't hit that one. He takes ball 4. And the first walk issued by Carter Green. Pretty cool that guys are still collecting baseball cards.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were still doing that. I didn't think it was that big of a hobby anymore.
You would think there would be all digital cards like Pokemon, something like that.
I think you're dating yourself on the Pokemon.
For Georgia, still just one away. Squares to bunt, sends it through the hole into left center field. That's a base knock. 1 run is in. Here comes the second runner. Jake Sam's going to be waved home. And a bases clearing 1 out double drives in 2 for Luke Holliday. And it's 4-0 Georgia.
Oh, right where the shortstop was. So you can see third baseman came up for the bunt. Shortstop was shifting over to get to third base to get the lead runner on the bunt. And Holliday just drills a and so you're going to lose miles per hour as a 5.4.
Fly ball to left field. Frazier is there, and there's 2 away. Holliday remains at second. It open in the back corner. All right, we're moving on.
Thank you.
Payoff pitch. Green delivers. Low and away, ball 4. Runners at first and second again.
Just missed with a couple of fastballs.
Get just tagged by a ball. We're not expecting it in foul territory as a first base coach, third base coach, umpire.
Yeah. Well, the third base coaches get down the box, get out of the box a little bit more than the first base guys do. There it is. Good pitch, Carter Green.
Green with a strikeout. You see defensive back and graduate, academic all-SEC, tremendous. Nicholson with a leadoff knock. And Judson Nicholson aboard, and a good start for Alabama.
I would have no problem if one of my sons said he's my favorite player.
I mean, to me, he is one of the fun ones to watch as Houston goes down swinging. That'll be the second strikeout. In Griffey Jr. Rainbow Middle School. Always says a pregame prayer to get locked in.
No.
Driven right back to the pitcher off of Sams. He'll recover in time to get the lead runner at second. Well, a heads-up play by number 12 in red.
Is starting to eliminate sports because they're starting to run into a 365-day-a-year job.
Slow roller over to third, and the lead runner ruled out at second. Kind of cool considering his skill set and what he does so well. Hit to Reeves at short. Ball's going to find you, and unable to dig it out at first is Reeves. He's 6, has leadoff man aboard, and now a knock into left field for Dunn. And now being waved home as it took a second for McIntyre in left field to corral it. It's 5-0 Georgia. Standing at second is Dunn.
Oh, it's laced through the left side. It hit so hard, it gets by the left fielder all the way to the wall.
Look at the last inning and a third. Coming into this inning, Georgia was 16 for its last 20. That ball grazed Schmidt. And so Dunn's going to have to retreat back to second. So now runners at first and second. But Georgia
shows you a lot about what Georgia's able to do.
Both runners advancing. Pitch in the dirt. Dunn racing down to third. Schmidt now at second. 2 more in scoring position.
Great read by Dunn.
Comes in on the mound. Dealing with the top of the order. That ball came in too far to Sawyer Campbell. So Schmidt was hit by a pitch. Campbell now. The bases are loaded for Andrew Smart.
And the catch is a lot of plate, and Smart's going to be sitting all over it.
With the green light, lined into center field for a base hit. Dunn comes home to score to make it 6-0. A quick toss in by Reeves, who now takes over in center field once again. And the bases. And he will draw the walk here with Cole Clark, excuse me, trotting down to first. So an RBI on the free pass. He's driven in 3, and that
fabric manipulation.
Austin
new one.
Peterson drives it to center field, and that ball is against the bottom of the wall. Campbell comes home to score. Andrew Smart right behind him. 2 are driven in by Austin Peterson. And the next pitch after that replay sequence. 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Sams ducks out of the way of that heater to the backstop, and both runners advance.
The baseball cards came out in about like 88, 89. I mean, different brands.
Sams swings and misses, and a strikeout.
Nice job by Frazier. Gets back into the count. You had Upper Deck, you had Fleer, Donruss.
Tapped over to third, fielded cleanly by Tucker. The tag is going to be applied. A run scores in the process to make it 10-0, but that's out number 2. I think the Mark McGwire rookie card with the green A's jersey on it. It still stands out right now. I can
still see it, yeah.
I can see it too. In the batting stance.
Oh.
Off the helmet. And Reeder fling the bat back towards the Georgia dugout. That caromed off the shoulder into the helmet, but
talking about me, and he goes, I realized that none of them were alive when you played. And he goes, they all looked at me like, who? I was like, that's what I expected. Who?
Lord draws the 2-out walk. The bases are loaded again for Georgia. We've been manipulating jerseys and fabric here in this inning, and now the actual baseball itself. This one off the glove. The runner comes back towards home, and he's ruled safe. So Holiday racing home on the pitch that got to the backstop to make it 11-0. Coming up, Frazier on in relief.
I know he likes Ken Griffey Jr., and I get that, but this kid's got a chance to pitch. I mean, when mechanics are on track, really good stuff, good location away.
And 3 batters have been hit by a pitch. Served right center field. That one's going to get all the way to the wall and over and done with a grand slam.
He had some good swings on fastballs away. That'll put a smile on your face. This ball was hammered to right center. I thought for a split second Reeves was going to have a chance to catch it. That's how low this ball was off the bat.
How about a 5 RBI second inning? Very scientific term there when you're talking about puffiness. Schmidt draws a walk, and that'll bring us back to the top of the order the second time here in the second inning.
Good AB by Schmidt. Fouled off a couple of good.
Expected to strengthen, and so it could impact what happens here later this week. Opposite field, that'll get down for a hit. Over to retrieve it is Bush. And a double by Sawyer Campbell. That'll move Schmidt over to third base. And another AB coming for Andrews. And on the inner half, a called strike 3. Close pitch. Georgia does its damage. 12-run score in this. Junior enjoys watching young Sheldon. And the 3-0. Inside for ball 4. So Reeves is aboard, the second base runner for Alabama this morning, and that'll bring us to Jude Bush. Heisman Trophy winner, national champion. And looped into right center. Smart's going to track it down. Second, I thought that would get down, but Smart drifting over. Just first step valid. This one inside to Tanner Hall, and so now runners at first and second. Reeves drew a walk. Bush flied out to center, and then Hall was hit by that pitch. Now bring us to Jacob Williamson. A chance for Alabama. Back up the middle. Base hit. Smart retrieves it. And the bases are loaded for Alabama with just one out here in the top of the third. Second hit of the game.
Never imagine a 12-year-old boy going, I'm searching for recipes.
That one will sneak through the right side of the infield for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw home. 2-run score. And this game will continue as Alabama scores twice in the top of the third inning to keep their hopes alive. And McIntyre plays football and also wrestles. Could be 2. The slow roller to short. Over to second. They'll get the force. And no throw to first for out number 2. McIntyre now standing at third base. Check that. That's
trying to get that elusive third out here.
Right back to the glove off a tough hop. Ward fields it. Alabama stays alive for now, 16-2. Georgia, because of the run rule, 1 run in this inning, and Georgia will end the game. And a leadoff knock for Clark. This will get all the way to the wall, and he's already in scoring position. Well, perfect afternoon continues for Colt Clark. 2-run jack. He walked and
inches outside.
I think that message was received loud and clear from our broadcast position.
Austin Peterson swinging it way too well.
5-pitch walk. Runners at first and second. The important runner at second.
I really did. I didn't think there'd be a day.
Into right field. That gets down for a hit. Colt Clark's going to be waved home. And Georgia is going to do it again. "17 runs on 10 hits. Alabama scores twice on 3. The 1 error. Georgia advancing to tomorrow. And the walk-off winner for Jake Sams.
Good swing. Lines it into right. Bush unable to get it in, and he play at the plate, and that is the ball game. Georgia's offense was just dominating.
That will be something for us to discuss more detail tomorrow. Georgia awaits the loser, Tennessee and Florida. That game headed your way 2 Eastern on ESPN. And up